let's talk about this sledging. So I think that's the big story came out during. So I think it was the end of the first quarter. So is it? Yeah, Chris Scott came down onto the pitch
former
after
Lions legend.
Yes. Former club legend for the other team. I'm not sure what kicked it off. Well, in that quarter,
there's a lot up in the air how it actually started.
Yeah, in that quarter, Lachie Neale, of course, got hit by
Gary Rowan.
I was just trying to work out what his first name was because it's Rowan there. Yeah, so kind of, I guess, following that, he's come down, and I think someone said something about that. Whether that was Harris Andrews or one of the other defenders, maybe Mitch Robinson, like they all kind of chimed in. I think then Scott's thrown back something, and whether it was Lachie Neale, one of the others is thrown back. We're not as soft as you pricks were in the grand final, as the quote that came out.
No one knows who said that, but that's
no one's claiming it. People said Fagan was talking, but there's zooms of Chris Fagan. He's not actually anywhere near it. It's a bit of
the kind of report that came after it, after they'd done their team talks and they're both heading back to their boxes respectively, off camera. That they, started getting chirpy with each other, like through through taunts and sledges back and forth. I saw one rumor that Chris Scott asked wanted to fight Fagan in the car park afterwards, which just seems dumb, honestly.
Which WhatsApp chat's that from? I think that's a vicious rumor.
Someone said something to someone who summoned and said, I'm running with this purple monkey dishwasher.
Chinese whispers there.
But, they, of course, bit of bad blood there, back and forth with them as well. There was also reports that Gary Rowan was getting sledged throughout the game because of his private life after he just split from his missus. They've only just had their third child as well. So maybe some of that, maybe that what led to the altercation with him giving Lachie Neale a slap. He did get 2 weeks for that. Lachie Neale had the 3 fingers.
It was one off, wasn't he?
One off, so close. So he got close for that. But overall, I guess it's ugly. The whole thing ugly. But what do you boys think?
I'll go first, Mac, if you don't mind.
Hook in.
What do you think about coaches as well getting involved in this?
It is ugly. 15 years ago, 20 years ago, you used to see full-on melees going into the quarters.
True.
I personally love it.
I've seen many wrestle where Peps has come in from an outer wing and got himself involved. So.
Running 120 metres and then seen the size of the ruckman and backed out of the contest. No, but seriously, it was a war of words. There was no fighting.
There's no hands or anything.
Where do you draw the line with sledging?
Just shit talk.
I suppose that's something. Do you want to go after people's families and missos? Probably not for mine. But who
go
knows?
after their play? And
who knows? Call someone.
If you're soft in the grand final, that's fair game.
That's footy for mine. With coaches, do you hold coaches to a different esteem to players? Yeah, I think that's fair. I think
in this case it's slightly different as well, being a former player.
But
maybe age comes into it a little bit as well. Like you wouldn't see Fagan of that getting stuck into a other player's face, but you can imagine Chris Scott doing it.
Yeah, well, he's not that old, is he? He's only 40, mid 40s, late 40s. He's probably still got a bit of testosterone running through those nuts.
Yes.
For me, it's. We're talking about it, but it is a little bit ugly. The message that you want to send to the kids.
I think all the various.
It's not too
back
bad.
And forth.
It's not too bad.
It's
passionate footy in round 2.
Yeah,
and that's what I like to see. And this game,
it was a huge game. Really.
Yeah, we're down to 1 point. We'll get to the last bit in a second. What did you think, Mac?
I'm sort of. It's still sort of fresh, and just listening to people talk about, like Nick Revolt came out and
so many rumors as well.
That shit. I don't. Whatever. Whoever started it, whatever people were saying, the look of Chris Scott getting pulled back from his players.
But
probably shows we've reached a point. It's not, and he's got precedence. This is the third. The AFL actually said to him, "This is 3 times since 2015. You've said something to another player, or you've been involved, or you've been." Like he had his players pulling him back.
Yeah.
Like Nick Revolt came out saying how good. He goes back to that huddle and the players go, look what my coach is willing to do. He's here for me. I'm going to be there for him. That part of it I love. And the part, the sort of lefty approach of it is, are we going to have, dads in the under 11s get barking at kids? That's the gross thing. And you nailed it on the head. He's a coach. Do we hold him to a higher standard? And I think it was Jared Waitley came out and said, well, why don't we hold Lachie Neale to a higher standard? He's a reigning Brownlow medalist. He's our best and fairest. So why is he chirping, and then it gets, and now all of a sudden we're mucking. Why are we putting players above other certain players? But I get the passion part of it and how good. This is one too many time for Chris Scott for me. It seems like a bit of a me show. Like he's trying to be one of the boys, and he played professional football. He played 200 games. He won 3 premierships. He was in that all-time Lions team. He's got it in him. Like he probably has to be held. He needs to be held back. He can't help and say, do it this way and come with me and follow. And I think it's effective for his team, especially they've got a few young players there. Yeah, I'm very much on the fence with it, to be honest. I don't love the optics of it, but I can understand why people, are frothed. And it adds to the theatre of the game. This is quarter 1 of round 2, as you said, Pep. So I don't know. I have more of an issue with his hair and his beard colour that he's got going on. He's trying to be a bit of a, a flashback. Yeah, a bit of a male model. Just be a footy coach. Give me, your Terry Wallaces. Give me Plough. Give me someone who's weathered, punching darts at quarter time. None of this male model stuff. That's what I'm more interested in.
But when you think of those, say, let's call them like god tier coaches, and they're the way they carry themselves and their mentality, so different in regards to this.
Yeah, well, look, Alistair Clarkson, he's a fire. He punched a hole in a coach's box, and the spray to your players is great. This is a bit of a different avenue. Yeah. You're going after another team.
Peacock and
and like I said, the players are reining him in, and it was Cam Guthrie was one of the boys pulling him back. When you need your senior players to pull you back, you're not one of the you are one of the boys, but you're not. You got to be that step ahead.
There's a fine line where you go like, you're gearing the boys up, and then all of the boys are thinking, well, what's this dickhead doing?
Yeah, like, come get on the whiteboard and
exactly. We need some coaching over here.
So again, I'm very much on the fence, but it adds to it. We're here talking about it, and it will get talked about. So, but yeah.